Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Morning Inspirations with yours truly, me, Lizzy Morris. So glad that I'm here and so glad that you are there, whether you're listening now or listening later. The intention of this show is to help you have a little bit of inspiration to take your right now and make it a seed for a fabulous today. So the aim is to take your right now and make it a seed for a fabulous today. So that regardless of what happens, regardless of what kind of comes into your space today, you're still going to be able to maintain your intention of having an amazing, wonderful, fabulous day. Because ultimately, what you choose to do, who you choose to be, and how you choose to respond is totally up to you. Let me say that again. Who you choose to be, how you choose to respond, and what you choose to be in any situation is ultimately totally up to you. So the way we start every show is by going into gratitude because it's necessary. We want to begin our day grounded in gratitude, with that being the main ingredients of our frame for ourselves. So being grateful for the fact you exist, and because it's Women's Month, for those of you who are like me, female to the core, being grateful for the fact that you're here as a woman, as whatever that woman is for you. What's your identification as a woman? How do you see yourself as a woman? What's your expression as a woman? See, it's one thing for me to think about my expression, but I'm going to bring to mind this. What is the lens you frame around your womanhood? That is your personal choice for how you choose to live and present in this world as a woman. What is that? For whatever that is, for however you want that to be, for however you want people to view you, that is your choice and that's up to you. And today, I want you to be grateful for that. To be grateful that you can be you in this current moment in time, wherever you are. I want you to be able to house that and say, you know what? I'm grateful. And to be able to live with that gratitude this morning. So let's go into our gratitude immediately without further ado. And the only thing I ask you to do to center yourself as we do this is to literally say, I am grateful. Yes, I am grateful. And say that until stuff starts to come up from you that you want to be grateful for. Just get still. And you don't have to say it out loud. You can be saying this internally in your mind, just kind of saying to yourself, I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. Let's begin. Yesterday, I am grateful for. Yesterday, I will be grateful for. Yes, I am grateful. Today, I am grateful. Tomorrow, I will be grateful. My yesterdays are planted with gratitude that appears in my today. Yes, my today is full of gratitude. Yes, I am grateful. Yes, today I choose to be grateful. Yes, today I will be grateful. Yes, I will be grateful for who I am, for what I am, and for how I am. Yes, today I am grateful. Yes, today this is my choice. Yes, today this is my desire to be grateful. Today I am grateful that I can celebrate womanhood everywhere, in every shape, in every color, in every language. Today I am grateful for womanhood. Yes, I am grateful. Yes, I am grateful. Yes, today I choose to be grateful. It's so important that we allow ourselves a moment every day to set the intention, of where we want our day to be and how we want our day to be. Because if we don't take that time, it's kind of like you don't have a path carved for your day. So everything around you can start to pave this path. And before you know it, you're going this way, before you know it, you're going that way. But when you set an intention, it allows you to begin to look at how it is you want to form your echo. And that's kind of the title of the show today, building your echo. Because the wonderful thing about an echo is that an echo goes on and 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 on. But the key is, what is it that you want to be echoed? Like, how do you want your echo to sound? What is it? What is it that you want to put out there into the space of this world? What is it that you want to be echoed? And it's not anybody's else's decision on how you want to be echoed. That choice is 100% up to you. But it begins with a focus. What is that focus that you're choosing to have for yourself today? What is the focus that you want to be echoed? What is everybody supposed to hear today? What is it that when I look at you or you look at me, what is the echo? What is that mirror echo I want you to keep seeing? I had an amazing conversation last night with somebody I had never met before. And we just began talking about the things that were happening in the world. And as we're talking about the things that are happening in the world, I'm sharing elements of my story, elements of the things, the steps, the experiences that have got me to who I am today. And then I talked about the who I want to be in tomorrow, because I have a very strong formed intention of what it is I want to be putting out there. But why did I ever decide on having an intention of what I wanted to put out there? Out of many years of feeling out of control. Now, a lot of people can say, well, that's classic for people who are control freaks. You know, you want to control everything. Well, I got to the place where I realized I couldn't control everything. That was the key. It wasn't until I realized I couldn't control anything that was outside of myself that I realized I had to do the work to control what was going on inside of me. Now, that took many years of therapy, many years of self work, a lot of reading, a lot of figuring out and learning about me. Because it's not an overnight thing. Building the echo of yourself is always going to take time. So you've got to be willing to make that investment in who it is you truly want to be. And that is not about, it's so easy when you say, who do you want to be, to mean that I'm not happy with where I am right now. No, one can be happy in the moment and content with where the past has brought you. But now you're crafting where you want your today to bring your tomorrow. Let me say that again. You're crafting where you want your today to bring your tomorrow, because now you're understanding you're in control of you. Therefore, you begin to craft the echo. And everybody's echo is going to be different, because your echo is like a fingerprint. It's an announcement of who you are, but it begins on the inside. There's this huge, deep quote that I discovered that I'm going to share with you. No earthly act escapes its eternal echoes more substantial than the acts themselves. That's like kind of like, ooh, well, what do you mean by that? Well, if I choose that I want my echo to be a lasting echo of what I would like to see in the world, like if I want to see growth, then the echo that I must imprint on myself first, on the inside, must be that of I can grow, I will grow, I shall grow, I enjoy growing, I bring growth to me. That has got to be what I begin on the inside. And then that has to become so loud that it begins to frame and it begins to accompany every act that I do and every word that I say. But it starts inside. So then the question is, what echo are you placing in time for yourself? If it begins right now and it forms with the intention, what is the intention that you are going to seed your tomorrow with today? Because tomorrows don't just pop up on you. It really is about us deciding what is going to be the echo. For me, change is everything. I personally believe that change is an ally, right? And not an enemy. That's my personal belief from the experiences I've gone through over time. That if I can embrace change and if I can evoke change, then it doesn't matter about what happens in tomorrow circumstantially outside of my control. I'm always open to change. I'm always open to look at myself from the inside, inspect and adapt to figure out, okay, well, what do I need to be in this moment to serve myself and my intention? See, if my intention is to be an activist, if that is my intention, then everything I sow in today that I want to show up and meet me tomorrow must be about that, must be about being an activist, must be about being militant, must be about being very, very heavy on my voice, must be about saying the same thing over and over again in many different frames, because that's what I am choosing to be. If I'm choosing to be somebody who's known for being peaceful, somebody who's known for bringing people together, then my intention must always be about finding that common ground, right? Finding the place where we can meet, finding the place where we're able to hear each other. Not just listen, the act of, okay, go ahead, there's noise, but hearing where I'm intentionally now placing myself in the moment to understand the message that you are sending, and the message you are sending is the message that I'm receiving. That's when I'm hearing. And if I choose to be a person that brings people together, then my intention has got to be wrapped around the things that make that happen. So there is the echo of my existence constantly being that of collaboration, constantly of that of bringing together. So the words that I speak can't be words that cause division, because that would be against the intention that I had formed for myself. But what is the intention that you're forming? Well, Lizzy, this is probably a little bit too deep for me. No. Honestly, I promise it's not. It's simply being intentional. Think about when you're cooking a meal. Okay, so yeah, I'm taking it to food. I'm a foodie, so I'm taking it straight to food. When you think about a meal, okay, when you get into the kitchen and you're like, I'm going to cook, you have an intention for every one of those ingredients to form an outcome, a specific type of meal that you want to enjoy. So because you have the outcome of that meal, let's just say you are doing roast chicken. Let's just make it simple. Okay. You're doing a roast chicken with a rosemary marinade, because I like rosemary. So let's just say that is the output. You're going to bring together all the ingredients that is going to form that rosemary laced roast chicken. So the sauces that you gather, the seasonings that you gather, everything is to complement that meal of the rosemary laced chicken. That's all we're talking about when we say form your intention. Your intention allows you to bring together all the ingredients that is going to align to the outcome that you want. Your intention just simply sets that goal. This is what I want today. So if something somebody's doing, or a person that is in your existence, if their existence with you is going to mess with your outcome, your intention, then they're not the ingredients that you need in your life, and you can choose to disconnect. If the organization you're working with isn't a place that is allowing you to live your intention of being your authentic self, of being able to climb the ladder, of being able to have opportunities of growth, if it's not doing that, then you can make a conscious choice to begin to look for another environment that fosters your intention. So that's the beginning of the echo. So the echo is first formed by my intention. What is the end thing I want on my plate? What's that end meal that I desire? And then I allow everything to echo that. So then I pick the instruments that help support that fabulous dinner, and I bring them out and I lay them on the counter. And then I make sure I'm in the environment that I can prepare it in. So I don't try to prepare rosemary chicken in my bedroom, because I don't have a stove, I don't have an oven, I don't have any cooking stuff in my bedroom. So my bedroom would be the wrong environment to try to do this rosemary laced chicken. I have got to go inside a cooking environment, a place that allows me to prepare and cook food, my environment. So first I set my intention, then I find the environment that facilitates my intention. That's the second part of my echo, the environment. Then I find the tools that support it. I find the recipes. So if you don't have something creative in your head, you find a recipe book, right? You find a recipe book for rosemary sauces, rosemary laces, rosemary marinades. You go hunting. So then the next part of the echo is knowledge, is gaining the knowledge and wisdom. What do you have to do to gain the knowledge and wisdom to produce your outcome, your output? So there's learning that has to happen. But it's intentional learning. It's not just that, oh, I'm going to read every book that ever comes out on the market on chicken. Well, no. And we're not really that concerned about chicken. I'm concerned about a chicken with a rosemary marinade lacing. That's what I'm concerned about. So I've got to find things that bring those two thoughts together, because that's my outcome. So therefore, I'm aligning my path with the environment, the ingredients that I need, the tools that I need. And then I'm understanding the time I've got to put in. I cannot do this. Bam! Rosemary laced chicken marinade, fully cooked with all the sides. Amazing. Here you go. It doesn't happen at the click of my fingers. Wish it did, but it doesn't. Okay? There is time in. So I've got to understand when I set an intention that's going to form an echo for my life, there is time that is going to have to be applied to that. I'm going to have to put time in. I'm going to have to do things. It's going to take of my time. I'm going to have to prioritize my time. Do I really want this outcome? Do I really want this output, this great chicken, or do I just want to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? You know, peanut and butter and jelly sandwich don't take that much. Just like grab some of the jelly stuff out the fridge, a piece of bread, some peanut butter, and you're done. Right? It doesn't take that much effort, but it's going to take time and effort for this wonderful meal. It's going to take time and effort for you to build your echo, the echo that you want of yourself to keep going on through time. So that every day when somebody meets you, they're presented with you and your echo. So after you've gone, they're still marinating on what you brought into their space. Whether it's inspiration, whether it's skills, whether it's mentoring, whether it's an amazing design that you've put together or, an amazing product. They're like, wow, how did they do that? So that they can start looking at themselves and thinking, ooh, could I do that too? Could we get more of this? How do you want to show up? One of the things you all know, I'm very passionate about our humanity, about us coming together as beautiful humans. Right? I always say my humanity is beautiful, your humanity is beautiful, our humanity is beautiful. Well, one of the things that I've realized is necessary to make that particular intention a reality is to bring to people the understandings of where we are disconnected so that we can connect. So I want to let you know about the fabulous show that I do with my friend, Trisha Broderick. So here is a little advert on that right now to remind you that we're doing it today at 1:00. And every 2 weeks on a Thursday, we run the show. Let's continue the conversation. Let me let her tell you all about it.
Hi there, my name is Trisha Broderick, and I am beyond honored to be partnering with Lizzy Morris on the Let's Continue the Conversation initiative.
Having difficult conversations is not easy, much less having conversations about race, equity, diversity, inclusion. Those are kind of like, oh, but we're here, my friend and I, Trisha Broderick, to help you understand that these conversations can be had in a simplistic form by first simply connecting as humans. Because your humanity is beautiful, my humanity is beautiful. And if we come together and we connect on a human level, we can begin to have those hard conversations with empathy.
Why? Well, honestly, these are scary and overwhelming conversations. And I've had the luxury of being part of them for quite some time. And maybe fortunately or unfortunately, depending on who you ask, I don't have a lot of fear in having them. I want to learn. I want to be curious. I want to explore. I want to grow and be better. And so I'll risk maybe sometimes saying the wrong thing. And if that helps somebody else hearing it and learning with me, along with me, game on. And that's what we want to do.
But for that to happen, everybody has to be recognized as beautiful in their own right from the stance of them being a human. I'm a beautiful human. You're a beautiful human. Our humanity is beautiful. Let's continue the conversation until the whole world understands this.
Because these are not conversations that we're going to have just one time and then it's done. These are ones that we have to continue to have. Get to a place where we really want this world to be. So I hope you can join us as we continue the conversation.
One conversation at a time. Let's connect so we can collaborate to make the necessary change to make our world a beautiful place for all humans. So that's reminding you today to connect with us as we do this show called Let's Continue the Conversation. So here's another thought I want to leave with you on the idea of forming your echo, ladies. Who knows what women can be when they are finally free to be themselves? I think that's an amazing quote that ultimately is saying it's up to you, it's up to me to design the echo, to design that echo of who we want to be and who we want to show up as and who we want to leave the room as. That is up to us to make that decision. I often think about perfume. I'm an absolute perfume person. I love perfume. I'm just, addictions to perfume that go way back to my youth. And I had a godmother who always wore Chanel number 5. Chanel number 5 was her thing. Occasionally she did Coco, but Chanel number 5 was her thing. So when she walked into a room, Chanel number 5 would just be left, and you would always know she had been there because the essence was still there long after she's gone. And I admired this as a child. I just thought it was the best thing ever. It was like her signature scent. And I wanted a signature scent, right? Well, when we're talking about this echo, we're talking about you building your signature, the signature that you want to be known as a woman. And this can be true for men too, right? But who do you want to be known as? What is it that you want left in the room after you leave it, still talking about your intentions? If I take you back to the analogy of the food, how long do you want people talking about your rosemary lace marinated chicken? Every time they see a chicken, do you want them to think about your marinade and go, oh man, that chicken Lizzy did though. It just puts every roast chicken now just to, I could do with that right now. Is that the kind of impression you want left? That the thoughts you build into your echo, the time you put into it, continues to affect people long after you're gone. Leaving that linger in the room, that lingering thought, that lingering intention, that lingering inspiration. What is the echo? Yes, it's going to take time. Yes, it's going to take investment. Yes, it's going to take some pausing to figure it out. But it's really important that you set your day with your intention so that it makes sure, regardless of what's happening in the day, you know exactly who you want to be, where you want to be, and what you want to be in every situation and in every moment, regardless. You have decided for yourself what your intention is. Nobody else can decide it for you. Nobody else can do it for you. Let me bring to your mind, as we're closing, this affirmation about intention. Today, I choose to allow myself space and permission to embrace something new. Yes, I will begin my day with a new mindset. Yes, I will begin my day by framing my thoughts and intentions. Yes, today I will choose to affirm and declare my intentions in an audible fashion so that my mind captures my intention and assists me with my actions. That's what we're talking about. Having your intention so well set that your mind has got it, your mind has grasped that intention, and your mind now knows, okay, everything today we've got to pull, we've got to magnetize everything that assists and aligns to making that intention so. But it begins with understanding you have the power to do it. You do have the power to set your echo. So today, remember, you are on this thing called the journey of life. You're having this fabulous experience, and the experience that you choose to have is going to be about the lens that you choose to put around yourself and put around others. If you choose to have a lens that allows you to see who you are, what you are, and where you are, you have the ability to constantly improve and adjust yourself to better serve your intention. But if your lens is around your past, and your pain, you don't get to form an intention that allows the you want to be seen and echo through the world. Nobody says this stuff is easy, but it is very doable. If you allow yourself the gift of being able to pause, take a time where you just set your pause, where you give yourself the ability to say, hold on. 1 minute, please. Pause and decide who it is you want to be, where it is you want to be, and what you want to be in that moment. Let the pause empower your choice, the choice of you, the choice of your echo, the choice of your heart, the choice of your desires. Take that and let that be the ingredients that comes into your echo. Because who you want to be and what you want to be and where you want to be is really all on you. So it's possible, it's doable to take where you are today and allow it to serve where you want to be tomorrow. Build the echo of you, your way, in your timing. Thank you so much for showing up with me today. I hope I left you a little bit inspired to be able to do this day your way, to show up as you, for you to understand your intentions set the day up for your success. So today, if you think joy, then you can be happy, you can be joyful, you can laugh in the midst of anything. If you choose to smile and share it with the world, you can do that. The choice is on you. Thank you so much for joining me for Morning Inspirations, and I will be back tomorrow, Friday, to share some more inspiration to help you have the best day that is possible. I look forward to seeing you then.